Hey, church, Pastor Gary here with this week in Rock Hall. So coming to you today and just to kind of recap. I know it's later in the week than I normally get these out, but I don't know, one thing then another is just gotten fouled me up here. Anyway, this past Sunday we talked about, it was 4th of July, and we talked about what's going on in our country, and we talked about how we needed to, in order to solve the problems, we needed to get to the root of the problem. And I shared that I believe that the root of our problem is a matter of discipleship. And that if we could fix that one thing, or fix our discipleship, then that would solve the problems of our nation. When we looked at the area where discipleship is probably most under my control, right, where I have the most influence is inside these walls in my household, and for you in your household. We talked about Paul talks at the end of chapter 3 of his letter of Colossians, how he talks about families, specifically husbands, wives, children, kids, and they even talk about slaves and masters, which was pretty normal in their world, in a little different context than what we think of it. So, but really what those relationships were a matter of submission, obedience, and authority. And if we could get those things in order in our households and in our own lives, right, that we had an opportunity to get things fixed. Submitting to God and to His obedient, and to be obedient to what He calls us to, recognizing God as our authority, that we all have one master. Like Paul concludes in verse 1 of chapter 4 in Colossians. We have one master, Father in heaven, and He's the one we should all seek to obey. Hey, that's the way I see it. If we could get this in order, if we could get our homes in order, if we could get our discipleship in order, then our nation has a chance, I believe. And our nation has a chance because God is at work in His church here in this nation. So I continue to pray for our nation and for our churches to be faithful disciples and disciple makers. So that's where we're at. That's where we were on Sunday. This Sunday coming, man, I'm really excited about it. A friend of mine, Leon Fryson, is coming to preach. And Pastor Leon is, many of you know him. He's been a teacher here in Kent County for a long time. He and his wife, he and I have been a part of a prayer group that started to meet every week in Chestertown, and I invited him if he would come and share God's word with us. So he's on Sunday. I believe several members of his church are going to be there with him, and it's going to be a good time. So really hope you can come and hear what the Lord has led him to share with us as we worship together under the tent. We're going to be out there at 9:00, and if we need to gather online, if you're unable to get out, we'll have something available there for you during the day on Sunday. But I'm also hoping to record the service and have that uploaded. So if you're unable to make it, then you'll be able to experience that as well. So we're going to have a few different things going on, but I hope you can join us as we prepare to worship together this weekend with my friend, Pastor Leon. So thank you for that. The youth group is going strong. This Sunday after church, the merger team is going to meet to continue their work, praying and talking through how these three churches can be more intentional about doing ministry together and what that's going to look like. Really covet your prayers. You can join our prayer vigil that we've got going on. We're on day 26 of that. You can find it linked here below in this email. Really hope you'll take part of that. All right. Well, stay cool, Rock Hall. I know it's hot out, but God is at work here in and through us. So, yeah, love you. Can't wait to see you. Hope I'm able to see you on Sunday. If not, somewhere around town. Okay. God bless. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.